For the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Good morning.
The catering.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, she said she was gonna say, no, it's yours, but I'll just make sure that you had.
There was only there was only one.
Yeah, that's good.
Good morning, Commissioner. Good morning, ma'am. Oh, that's fine. We're good.
Margaret.
As long as we get to our seats safely, and then we'll proceed now. All right, we ready? Commissioners, any announcements?
Other the sheriff, maybe.
Is the sheriff on? Any announcements, commissioners? Anything that we have?
I have a concern, Judge, that I want to
Sure,
bring
go
up.
right ahead.
We had an incident here Tuesday of last week in Fremont, and a couple of issues rose about the emergency services that we were having here in the county. It was an accident there on 281 and 716. 2 lives were lost. We have ambulance service about 3 blocks down the road. And we had concerns that it took about 13-14 minutes to get there before it was called in. There was a lot of miscommunication between point A to point B. So I know in the past when we signed, we were talking in the contract about these services. It was brought to us that we're supposed to have a meeting, I believe, that the ambulance service was going to bring about to us every quarter, I believe it was. To give us information of what was going on, what was the latest things that were going on. Right. I understand, talked to the chief here in Alice, Mr. Thomas, and he's mentioned he's the one in charge within the city, and he takes information back to the city council. But here within our county, I don't think we have one, and it hasn't been brought to our attention. And I believe that we should consider putting a committee together, covering all the areas from Fremont, Orange Grove, Sandia, Alice, Bembold, everywhere. Create a committee to where we can communicate with the services and find out what's going on. This is the second time that I brought this. We had an incident here in Bembold a couple of months ago also that took 30 minutes for the ambulance to get there. So I firmly believe that we should consider bringing this into the county to where we can have a representative where they can come and discuss and let us know what's happening, and then have one individual bring it to us, because it's not happening. And before it gets any worse, that'll cost any lives, I think we should address that as soon
So
as
this
possible.
happened in Fremont?
It happened in Fremont, yes, sir.
They're supposed to be staging an
They are
ambulance.
stationed, and as a matter of fact, I've met the individuals before there on 141 and 281 cutoff, and I've asked them where they're stationed at, and they say Fremont, and I've told them you need to be stationed in Fremont because that's where you're stationed at. I know you're trying to cover Bembold, but if we need to address Bembold's issues, then we're going to have to consider stationing one there later on. And I know Mr. Thomas had said that he was looking at the numbers, and I've discussed it with the 911 coordinator, and I got a report of all the calls that are in that area. So we just try to get the feedback from the emergency services that we have to the public, so that way we can find out what do we need to correct, what needs to be changed, and how to address it. And I feel that we don't have the representation from the services right now, and we should have it, like the city of Alice has it within Mr. Thomas, bringing it back to the city council. So I'd like to see if we could get that done, maybe put it on the agenda sometime in the near future. So
who is our contact, Judge? Okay, he's here.
And he had assured, I mean, that's what the understanding was when we entered into this agreement. So I'm not been brought to, or has not been brought to my attention any concerns, but I'm glad. And I think that it's just a matter of starting that quarterly or biannual report to give us an update as to, but.
Am I allowed to speak?
Well,
Yes.
I don't know if,
go ahead.
Oh, no.
Good morning,
no.
how you doing? My
are
name
we
is
on the
Joey.
agenda now? Okay,
No.
then
Yes,
you're
no,
welcome to come in. You got time. Go ahead.
My name is Joey Campos. I'm the EMS chief for the area here. I'm mainly over Alice, and I have now going to be inheriting Jim Wells as well. So I will be your main contact. I think you and I have been in working together with vaccinations and whatnot I do have some times related to that particular call, and I'm not sure where the breakdown was, but it may have had something to do with the line of making the 911 call process through. On our end, from the time we received the call to the time we went on scene, it was 6 minutes.
I understand from so far, and this is just like I said, we're on the hearing the visitors, so it's okay with, as
Yeah.
long as you fill out a form in a bit. I don't know if you fill one out. in a
I will
while.
definitely
Before you
do.
Please fill,
Yeah,
so we can
definitely.
have it on the record.
But I will be in contact with each and every one of you, and we'll get together to make a date so we can give you a report and get you all the information that you guys need.
We'll be in contact with you. That way we can coordinate something for.
Well, we can get it
Address-
quarterly.
Fantastic.
That was
Are
the,
we supposed to get our decals on those ambulance, Jim Wells County decals?
Yes, sir. We actually have Medic 3 has it already on the side, and we're working on getting Medic 4 and 5. Medic 4 is going to be in Fremont. 5 is out in Orange Grove.
That way, when we see them, we'll know what area they're at.
Most definitely, and you'll be able to identify them from the
They all
rest of
look the
the
same.
rest of the fleet. Yes, sir.
Okay, sure
Mr.
appreciate
Mr.
it.
Joyne, thank you. I mean, other than these concerns, I hadn't heard any concerns. I've seen hundreds and, I mean, if not thousands already, responses to the city and to the different communities.
Most
that I've
definitely.
seen personally that has, I mean, like I said, but I'm sure there's gonna be these little hiccups here and there.
Well, there's
But it's a
yeah,
hell- it's a
we're
hell of
going
a
to
lot of
anticipate
improvement.
that.
It's a better improvement than the previous, I can tell you that much.
Well,
And
thank
your
you so much.
dedicated ambulances. I mean, I don't know much more we can ask for. I mean, we have dedicated ambulances. I know y'all are, and then the decals, I know there's that one unit I saw.
Yeah, we're going to get them decaled, and it's just a matter of being able to communication and have that
That way,
line.
when we see them, we know that, what area they're in, you know,
I agree.
like in Orange Grove or whatever.
Yes,
Wherever
sir.
you stage them, that way we'll know.
Sounds good. I'll get with you guys.
I sure appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
yes, we had a meeting. I was invited to be a stakeholder in a meeting. Apparently there's funding that has been brought for education. So Texas A&M, and Coastal Bend, Del Mar, and the workforce made a coalition with stakeholders to find out the needs of each community in our region, Jim Wells being one of them, to help educate or retrain individuals that lost their jobs due to the oil field crash, due to COVID, that have not been able to go back to work, or just individuals that were home for so many months and used to be in the oil field and have decided, this is what I want to do now. I don't want to leave again. I want to find something. So there's going to be funding available to help these adults get retrained. And so I reached out to the Envigo, because you know how supposedly they're going to have jobs available
Right.
in the future. And so that we
Hopefully, because there's so many things going on right now, and there's gonna be a lot of funding. Hopefully, these other packages pass, because there's gonna be a number of programs, and not only funding, but grants also for rural areas like ourselves. And it's just gonna roll out little by little. I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars that are gonna come in, and we don't wanna get in trouble like other jurisdictions, so we wanna make sure we keep everything in check, because these are federal dollars.
Right.
These are federal money, state monies, and like Noe always reminds us, we have to be on point, and we don't wanna, these programs, not only do these programs, are they available, but we don't have the staffing or the manpower to help and assist these people in the community. It's hard because the websites are available. It's accessible through the website, these
well,
programs.
I think
they can
that's what
do
the workforce here at the
They
Coastal
should be
Bend
doing, I had
is
a,
going to be helping them, but
we had a meeting
Maybe
about
you
2
can
weeks
make it
ago.
an agenda item where we can discuss it.
Yeah. So that'll be good, because that way we can lay out, there's about 100 different sources, and along with Ms. Moran, there's about 100 different sources that we just don't want to be picking and choose, here and there, so we can, and hopefully we'll lay it all out to the community, the public. And I know Mr. Garcia's, I know it's not an agenda item, but it's an announcement, which is something we don't want to get into the details of, but it is important. And we'll put it all over, hopefully on our websites, and then try to direct people there, but they do need assistance, personal assistance from someone. A lot of these folks don't know how to access or get on the internet, or they don't have access to that broadband and stuff, so. That's a good announcement there. That's gonna be one of many.
Thank you, Margie.
Thank you. Mr.
It
Garcia,
works out.
Mr. Garcia, any announcements? No? I don't have any announcements.
Chief wanted to.
Chief, do we have yes, sir, you may come up. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. My name is Jerry Larry. I'm Fire Chief out of Fremont. And came up with a concern about the situation Mr. Weichel brought up in Fremont. And our biggest failure down there is the communication system. When we get called out or paged out for fire calls, accident calls, what have you, we might get a tone, but we have no audible message over the radio or our who's responding telephone. Sandia and Orange Grove, they are fortunate enough that they do get an audible over the radio. For some reason, when they switch to our side of the county, we don't get anything but just the tone. And when it goes off, I have to call the dispatcher back to find out what the traffic is for our area. And it's got to be something in the console that's not switching or doing what it's supposed to do. The aggravating part is they've had the system up for over a year or almost a year, and we're still having a heck of a lot of problems with it.
Are you $750,000 system, Motorola? Towers, is it a tower situation or is it a console situation? You said equipment.
I want to say it's a console because we can hit our towers.
Okay, so then that's not the problem.
No, sir.
It's equipment.
It's just
Something here,
when,
something here that needs to be,
yeah.
probably something here that needs to be adjusted or something.
Yes, ma'am, because like I said, there's one dispatcher was telling me that they got a panel or a board on their circuit, their system, their console, that if it shows red, it'll broadcast over the whole county. And if it's not showing red, it only broadcasts just certain areas type deal. And with us, like I said, we don't hardly ever get any verbal communication at all.
Chief, have you talked to anybody of the dispatch or anybody?
Yes, sir, I've talked to Sandra several times.
The dispatch, Ms. Salas, the lieutenant?
Yes. And they passed the information on to the communications people, which is the Golden Crescent. And I've talked to John, and he told me they're working on it, that they're doing what they can, but he said something about there's a timing issue on the automated system inside that deal that's giving them fits.
Okay, Chief, well, I will address it personally and maybe we'll fix it maybe we don't have the technical side, but maybe we can fix that here and address it soon. We'll check with that with dispatch in the sheriff's department. I think that's the only place, right? We don't have any other access to that, but we'll make sure we address that, Chief, and that gets addressed out there and that you'll have access to that.
Thank you for your service.
Yes.
Yes, sir. One other thing, though, I think the failure to get the ambulance service out too was a communication problem in that area on the 911 system too.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you want to mention something about that, Jaws of Life?
Yeah, just that's something that we need to consider is we've got a Jaws of Life system down there. It's we got it back in '88, and it is far outdated big time. We had to call in Brooks County with their system to get this one lady out of a car, and it took them a little bit to get to us because they're about 8 to 10 minutes south of us. But I'm going to look into seeing what it's going to take to get that system that we have updated or working a little bit better. But it's an old system, and it only has an operation pressure of about 5,000 pounds. And these new systems and stuff, they got 10,000 pound operating pressure. And it with the newer cars coming out with different kinds of supports in the side of the car to keep people happy, safe, our system won't affect it. They won't cut it or anything. So we're going to have a representative come in tomorrow at a meeting night to check one of these systems out and see what the cost is going to be. And I maybe come back up to ask for help to get that up to where we can upgrade our system.
There's a stakeholders meeting this week, I believe, in your area, so
Wednesday.
I would encourage, I don't know, it's a stakeholder, so if you would, I don't know who the stakeholders are out there, I know, familiar with them, but I'm sure now that it's on the subject that we can relay it to one of them so that can be put on the agenda for American Rescue Plan monies for your area. So we'll make sure you get whatever needs to get done. I'm sure we can put that on the agenda of the stakeholders. We're having those stakeholder meetings around the county, so
Yeah, ours is Wednesday.
Wednesday? So I may pop in, so I'll make sure I bring that up to their area.
And if not, our consultant Yolanda can look and see if there's monies, because there's monies right now available for a lot of different things.
But Yolanda's gonna be there at the stakeholders
Yeah.
meeting.
So we could apply for a grant or something.
It's an easier, it's all you gotta do is come in, get that estimate, more or less what the cost is, and then we can address that. And you can take it, we can bring it either through that or, you know,
This guy that, Pat, was it MES, I think? I talked to him and, he has a demonstration set of equipment that he said we could purchase at $28,000.
okay.
You know, so that's kind of what we're looking at or more.
Okay.
Well, thank you, sir, for addressing that issue, and we will make sure we address that communications problem, and then we'll look at that Jaws of Life
Thank
situation.
you much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much,
Thank you.
Chief, appreciate it.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Anyone else that would like to speak or come before the Commissioners Court? No?
Sheriff?
I don't think he was on today.
Wasn't on.
No. Okay. Discuss and consider and take action approving minutes from previous meeting.
Motion to approve?
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion passes. Agenda item number 5, discuss, consider, and take action on offer to purchase tax sale property, suit number 0502-13492B, Fremont Independent School District, Brush Country Groundwater Conservation District, Jim Wells County and City of Fremont versus Michelle Ansoldua. Account number 1235038400000, lots 49, 50, 51, and 52, block 74, original town site, City of Fremont, Jim Wells County, Texas. Let's see here, we have an offer. An offer has been made by Jose Becerril, box 1050, Fremont, Texas 783, in the amount of $1,655 for the purchase of the tax sale property.
All these tax properties, are they on the website, JC? People have asked me, or, no? They're just, where are they posted?
Not really too sure.
Well, I'm just curious, you know, 'cause- Anyway, I make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I have a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 6, discuss and consider and take action on offer purchase tax sale property, suit number 610-13977B, Fremont Independent School District, Jim Wells County, City of Fremont, Groundwater Conservation District versus Diana Science, 1235043600000, lots 34, 35, and the east 7 feet of lot 36, block 82, original town site, City of Fremont. We have an offer from an offer of $1,855 from Jose Becerril. Is that the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve items presented, Judge.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. Number 7, discuss, consider, and take action on budget amendment requested by County Judge Juan Rodriguez Jr. to transfer $2,000 from 12,543,465 Fire Department, General 12,543,413 Ben Bolt Fire Department, and $11,156 from 12,660,450 Parks Recreation Repair Maintenance to line item 12,660,573 Equipment.
Judge, Commissioners Court, I looked over the request and it's a good request.
I'll make a motion to accept items presented, Judge.
Okay.
I second the motion.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 8, discuss, consider, and take action on budget amendment request by Precinct 4 Commissioner Huicho Gonzalez to transfer $30,000 from line item 24,624,550 road and bridge improvements to line item 12,624,573 equipment.
Judge, Commissioners Court, I looked at the request and it's a good request.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 9, discuss, consider, and take action on budget amendment request by Precinct 4 Commissioner Huicho Gonzalez to transfer funds to and from the following accounts: $2,000 from line item 24,624,440 utilities to line item 24,624,390 miscellaneous supplies, $1,200 from line items 24,624,440 Utilities to line item 12,624,420. Telephone 1,000 from line item 24,624,550. Road and Bridge to 24,624,462. Office equipment rental, $200 from line item 24,624. 454, repair motor vehicles to line item 24,624,463, rental of equipment. $800 from 24,624,440 to 24,624,499, miscellaneous. And 152.24 from line item 24,624,575, furniture and fixtures to 24,624,580, buildings and improvements.
Judge Commissioners Court, I've looked at the request and it's a good request.
Motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed, motion passes. Agenda item number 10, consider and take action to authorize county judge to execute a lease purchase agreement for a 2022 Mack GR 64F dump truck for use by Precinct 3 Road and Bridge Department.
They talk to you about it, no? I don't see a problem with it, other than she's not here to represent it, you know.
Is it the same lease that we're going
It's the
through?
same-
It's the same
lease.
lease. I make a motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor
I'll second it.
and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed, motion passes. I guess you put it on the agenda, so there's something that we're already in the process of acquiring. Agenda item number 11, open sealed bids for luncheon, catering services, and annual safety luncheon to be held at the Timberwolves County Fairgrounds, December 8th, 2021, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We have one bid. I'm gonna open it right now. And the bid is from Real Time Barbecue and Catering, Rosendo Chapa Jr., price per plate $8 and a total of $2,000. And it has a list here of the menu, what they'll be serving, so sounds pretty reasonable here.
One bid, no? I'll make a
bid.
motion to approve, Judge.
Have a motion on the
Second the
floor,
How
motion.
much was it again?
$8.
2,000.
$8 a plate,
Okay, shoot, that's
and
pretty,
it turns out to 2,000, yeah. That's not a bad deal.
that's real good. Very good. This, turkey dressing, you got all the
It
ingredients.
has the turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, green beans, gravy, cranberry sauce, yams, rolls, and all of the, it was such a good meal the last time that he did it for us.
Tea also, right?
Tea, sweet tea and unsweet.
Yeah, that's a real good price.
Yeah, very, very decent price. Yeah. Actually, we ran into this guy out there at,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's the one that, did it last year.
yeah, it was pleasantly
Very,
surprised the
very
other day. I was at a workforce at the Richard Borchert Center. Boy, they had him catering all the way out there at the Richard Borchert, the workforce.
They're good.
And I said, wow. He had catered for 2 years ago, so he did real well.
Let me take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so we have
I made the motion.
a motion on the floor and a second. Do we have a second on the floor?
I second.
You already had,
We already passed it,
yes, Huicho and Mark.
so we had no opposition to it. The bid is accepted, okay.
There's a person that wanted to know.
Agenda item number 12, discuss New Year's holiday schedule.
Judge, we just need to make sure that if all are in favor.
Okay.
For item number 11.
Okay, number 11, okay. All those in favor for item number 11 to accept the bid?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, J.C. Agenda, let's see, we got. Yeah,
It's item number 12, right there.
so we have a list here of county holidays. Is there any changes that we see that needs to be? I
What
know-
does the New Year's, fall on?
December the 30th,
Yeah.
I mean, December 31st and January.
Yeah, but it's a what, Saturday or Sunday or?
Actually, That's a good question, because it says Friday and Monday, so is it Thursday?
I'll tell you.
It may fall on a Thursday, because it says here Friday and Monday. We
Yeah.
have a- Does, on a Thursday?
December 31st is on a
The
Friday.
first is a Saturday, no?
Yeah, the first, second, and third. So it says that we'll be off on the third. According to that schedule, it says
Yeah, but,
to be off on the 31st
yeah, the
and on
third,
the third, right?
yeah, but the 30th is the first, right?
What day does December 31st fall on? On a Thursday?
On a Friday.
Friday.
Oh, it does fall on a
it'd be
Friday, so that's why it
and
has
Monday.
Friday. So then Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
That's what it has, that's what we had. Okay, we have Martin Luther
We're
King.
gonna do Friday and Monday?
Yeah, that's the norm. You don't wanna change that up.
Motion to,
But it's the whole year schedule that we have to approve.
yeah, but we need to
what's
approve
just
this
New
one
Year's?
first.
No, it's the whole calendar.
No,
Just discuss New
yeah.
Year's holidays.
consider approving, we have to approve this one. I make a motion that we're off on the 31st and on the 3rd.
I have a motion on the floor,
Second the motion.
and we have a second. All those in favor say aye,
All right.
and all those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, so we have that part of it. What about the rest of the calendar? I didn't even see.
It's the national holiday of Martin Luther King in January, President's Day in February, and then Good Friday and Easter Monday in April, Memorial Day in May, Independence Day in July, Labor Day in September, the national holidays, Columbus Day in October, Veterans Day in November, and then again Thanksgiving, that we usually have the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
There's one more federal holiday that was added, right? Last year that was not recognized, or
Which is,
which is a federal holiday that they created.
Yeah, if they're a federal holiday, we're gonna be off.
well, we didn't add an extra federal holiday. What federal holiday was it?
It's in June.
President's Day or Martin Luther,
No, I believe, I'm not sure if it was recognized or what it is, but I don't want to make sure I don't miss that.
if we're missing one, we can always bring it back.
You think?
It's like the ones on the bottom, which is primary election and general election, they're not dated, so we're gonna have to prove those
Yeah.
as they
Yeah,
announce the
when they
dates, right?
come
We're gonna,
up.
we're gonna have to add March the 1st also, and then November the 1st.
Well, at the bottom, it says March 2022 primary election, so we'll
Juneteenth,
have to come
Judge?
back.
Huh?
Juneteenth is a new federal holiday?
That's it?
Juneteenth?
I just didn't know how they, yeah. Juneteenth, it's a federal holiday, correct?
That's what it says here.
Is that recognized?
And
Because
what
we
is
have
that
to
for?
recognize-
Ventura, I mean, Huicho. Huicho,
Monday.
and it's for what?
Could we say the election day and runoffs,
Okay, we brought up the fact that Juneteenth is an annual holiday observing the end of slavery in the US and marks the day, June 19th, 1865, when news emancipation reached the people deepest part of the former Confederacy of Galveston. I believe that federal holiday was recognized, and I'm not sure if that was,
We can always come back, though.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure
And
that, this is why, okay. It's been discussed, so, okay, when Juneteenth became a federal holiday on June 17th, 2021, it was the first new federal holiday since Martin Luther King Jr. There we go. So it's a federal holiday, so we're gonna have to mark that on the calendar,
June 19th.
June 19th.
Do we
gonna
wanna
be
go
on
It's,
ahead?
it's actually gonna be June 20th this year because the 19th falls on a Sunday.
June 20th. Thank you, Mr. Guerra.
So we wanna go ahead and incorporate that in our holiday list.
We have to incorporate it to recognize that federal holiday, yeah. So in between, let's see, June, May, so that's gonna be right in between May and the July 4th holiday, the Memorial Day. It'll be June 20th. We may as well add it right now,
Yes.
June 20th. I'm gonna put that in there also in addition to the holidays that are listed, in addition to the New Year's holiday that we have, so,
What's the Christmas holiday next year?
The 23rd through the 25th. No, 22nd through the 26th.
Thursday, Friday, and Monday.
We also have March 1st and May 24th for the runoff.
Uh-huh.
March
May
1st is the
4th.
primary.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that right now
Yeah,
while we're at it, no?
March 1st is the primary, May 24th is the runoff. And the November general election is going to be November 8th.
Could we consider tabling it and bringing it back to the next meeting?
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be probably.
it all
that way
together, you
Get
mean?
it all together, Judge.
Mr. Guerra, you think, I
We
think so
can go
we
ahead
get it
and
all?
approve it, or do we have
No,
to wait?
No, let's just table it.
Okay.
We got plenty of time.
Okay, so, but I do want to add that June 10th, 20th in there, because it is a federal holiday.
Michael, what were you gonna say?
No, that's fine. Yeah, our next meeting is, I think, December 8th or 9th. And we can take it up.
Okay, well then let's make sure that we get that on the record. I
December
don't know,
13th.
Linda. we'll put that
I'm
on-
sorry, I'm off. I'm looking at next year's calendar, December 13th.
December 13th?
Yeah.
That's our next meeting.
Okay, in case there's anything else that comes up, maybe,
Yeah,
in
that'd be
case we
fine.
miss something
There
or
and
something.
have
And
complete-
we're gonna be doing the same thing on,
I can work
Yeah,
I'll
you
work with
know,
Linda on that.
You got it.
I don't wanna bring them back again.
Commissioner, anything?
Motion to table.
Okay, I have a motion to table then, so we can get this clear. I'm gonna make these notes here. March 1st, May 24th, and June 20th,
And November 8th.
and November 8th. Okay, I'm gonna mark these and make these notations here.
And all the elections.
And who knows what else is gonna come
March
up,
the
right?
1st is the primary.
Okay, so,
Primary
May the
runoffs,
24th is a runoff.
the runoffs, I mean, there's a lot of things to consider.
yep, so many things to consider. Okay,
So do we vote?
no, we're gonna, okay, do I have a motion? I have a motion on the floor to table.
There's a motion made, we
table.
need a second.
I need a second on the floor.
I'll second it.
And a second to table this agenda item. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. And we're going to agenda item number 14, discuss, consider, take action to approve a new drainage easement at the request of Haiti Ruiz Mcneil by relocating an unrecorded drainage easement on her property at Lot 20 of the West Dell Estates Unit 1 to new location on same tract.
Okay, Judge, Commissioners, what we have here is, it was a large tract that was owned by one person. I believe her name was Miss Hall, and she passed away. So her heirs have now subdivided that large tract into some smaller tracts. Now, when it was one big tract, the drainage easement went kind of down. It was located there. It's unrecorded. It actually exists. It's not recorded at the clerk's office. According to the property owners, it was sometime when Commissioner Alanis was the commissioner there that they created that easement. But what happened now is the person who inherited that particular piece of property where the easement goes right down, not right down the center, but very close to the center of the property, which creates problems when trying to place a house there and so forth. So what she is asking is for us to relocate the county precinct 3 to relocate the easement. I forget how many, I think it's like 70 feet to the south, right along her boundary line. And so the drainage will still work. It's just that the easement is moved off to the side as far as possible so that she can develop her lot. We're also working, there's going to be another one, which we're not done with yet, on the property that is to the east of her. We've already been in discussions with that landowner, and we're going to have that easement moved over as well so that it can connect with this one. And then it eventually goes into a natural low spot or creek from there.
That makes sense, yeah. Commissioners? Any questions?
Who's doing the work? Is it contractor or what?
I think it's my understanding was it was going to be the road and bridge crew there in precinct 3. I talked to Bud. He's the one that went out there with me and Commissioner Chapa, and they showed me where the easement is now, where they want to move it to. They're going to use the the dirt that's excavated from the new easement to cover the old one. So it sounded like it was going to be done in-house.
So precinct 3 is okay with it, Michael?
Yeah, they're the ones asking for it. Well, yeah,
Yeah, but just for the record, they're okay with it, so I make a motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion on the floor and a second.
She talked about it a little bit.
We had
in the
discussion
last
about it.
commission before.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 15, discuss, consider, and take action to correct the official county road map to reflect County Road 438 to be and extending to the south boundary of a tract property ID 1045900900100 currently owned by Ruth S. McClelland.
And Judge, I believe Mr. Carrales and Mr. Perez were going to attend the meeting there. They may be there to speak on this. They're not?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Well, this is an issue that came up because there's a property owner at the end of 438 that has put up a gate, and it's affecting about five landowners that are north of that particular landowner's property. We went back and looked at the official map. For some reason, the official map only goes maybe a quarter of a mile, maybe a half a mile. But if you look at the appraisal district map, it does extend all the way to Miss McClellan's property line. And I think that's her on the, she might be there appearing by Zoom. Ms.
Yes.
McClellan, did you want to say anything to explain the situation?
I just wanted to, I mean, it's obvious, there was an error at some point. That road has always been a county road, and we have found documentation of that. And I would just like for it to be recognized currently so that we can have access to our property through the county road. There's several landowners. I have several neighbors that need access to their property. And we would like that to be recognized on the county maps like it's supposed to.
Thank you, Ms. McClellan. Good morning, and thank you for appearing and addressing this concern. Commissioners, Mr. Guerra, everything else looks like, is there any other issues that may come up that we may need to technically, legally need to address?
Well, we have the official map that was adopted by the county in 2006, and that's the one where the mistake is, and it kind of just shorts out rather than extending all the way to the Miss McClellan's boundary. Like I said, the appraisal district shows it to be a county road. It's not being taxed, but the landowner at the very end on the north side has put up a gate, and it's latched but not locked. I don't know if sometimes they do put a lock on it or not, but Commissioner Gonzalez and I have been out there, and it's creating a problem for the people to the north of them.
Bless you.
I did have some handouts. I don't know if Linda Reynolds was able to give you all the handouts, but you can see on the map
Bless you.
where the lane does exist on the appraisal district map.
Yeah. I saw that. I'd seen a copy of this before when we had.
Now, there's also an attachment back in I think it's 1995.
Yes, sir.
You see those commissioners' minutes?
April 21st.
Yeah. So the opportunity was given to one of the landowners at that time to collect signatures if they did want the road closed, and they gave them 30 days to do that. And then we checked the records, and it was never done. So they were given the opportunity to collect signatures if everyone was in agreement. They were unable to do that. So based on the fact that they didn't get the signatures to close the road should remain open.
Okay. And we don't want to, obviously, we're not going to impede their access, ingress and egress to that. So we got to figure out something that's going to benefit all the rest of the landowners and everybody that needs access.
Well,
Properly.
I appreciate it because it has been a real problem. I have been working with Huicho on this for about 2 years, correct, Huicho? Yeah, about almost 2 years. And, trying to get, this road open. I need to, I want to put a fence. I don't know where it starts and stops. We need to find exactly, marked and it recognized.
Well, we have it on the
My
record.
neighbors need to get in as well, and I'm providing them an easement. I'm creating an easement for them to get to their property from my property that has access to the county road. So this has been quite a big project for us, and I am coming to you from Florida. So yes, it's been a lot of work. I
Well, Mr.
appreciate
Clinton,
your
we
time.
appreciate your help with helping those other landowners and making it accessible and all that. And we'll try to correct it. We have it on the record. We'll address it. of
Judge,
Commissioner Gonzalez.
If I may, Ms. McClellan, and this is only opening the road up to Ms. McClellan's south side of the property, which in turn, she's gonna work out a deal with the other neighboring ranchers that will have access to their property because they're being landlocked at the moment. So,
So I make a motion that we take action to correct the official county road map. to
So it can reflect officially on the
Second.
The County Road 438.
motion on the floor
Yeah.
and the second.
Ventura
So we have a
second.
motion on the floor and a second. So, Mr. Guerra, so we can amend and actually do an official submission or request to amend that official map?
We're gonna need to put some, there, JC's got the official map in his office, so we're gonna need to, if the court takes action and approves this, then we need to put something in that map book to show that y'all took this action and that the map is not correct, that it actually extends farther north than it appears on the actual map.
That sounds like a,
That appears on the 2006 map.
okay, all right.
We
So we
have
can amend
minutes
that.
to reflect to that.
So I have a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Ms. McClellan.
Thank you, Ms. McKenna.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Good day.
Agenda item number 16, discuss, consider, and take action on a request from Jimwales County Emergency Service District Number 1 for matching funds of $175,000 for a Texas Workforce Service grant for the purchase of a new fire truck and equipment. Mr. Noe, I know we had
They had
discussed.
come earlier this year and it was tabled because they were gonna look at if they could get funds from somewhere else, FEMA or somewhere. It wasn't addressed as far as I know. I wanted to make sure that we have money in there this year, that we use this money toward that truck. And we have a total of $132,585. And I would like for that money to be used toward this week for the $175,000, if y'all okay it. At that point, we'll do the rest next year. And if for some reason, like y'all spoke last time, we may get refunded or whatever once those programs are
Yes,
set up and if we are eligible to get refunded.
right.
But that's what I have in there right now. Like to pay it, so we do use it this year. The account, general ledger account will be 12,543,412.00, which is the Sandia Fire Department. And that way it'll be directly, and we can look it up later on, or if anybody needs to look it up, and we see what we spent specifically.
Okay,
There will be a balance that will be owed and that can be paid beginning of next year. I just want to make sure if y'all okay it, that we do handle it this year before the year is out on this. portion.
okay, Noe, I spoke to them and I told them, and they had been expecting something sometime this year, but they've been very patient and willing. And so they agreed that come January 1st, that way the entire total that can be handed to them rather than portions and stuff like that.
Okay,
All right, let's
if you
get,
do, we only budget 150,000 a year, okay? We have used 18,000 this year, so we have a balance of 132 in there right now.
right.
If we don't use it, it goes back to the general fund. But you're gonna ask in January that you want 175,000, but there's only gonna be 150,000 in there.
So we need
basically the same thing we did
We need
last
to
year with
use
the tanker truck
So,
and Bimbo.
so there's 132 from this budget and the remainder from next budget. right?
Ahorita
Next year
next
we'll
year you
only
can
have-
the rest.
And then it's like, whatever.
Can you put that 132 in a temporary account, right? You don't necessarily have to expend it, do you? Or,
Well, if you don't spend it, it goes back, and then we revert to the
You can
budget for
go
next
ahead and
year.
make the check out.
yeah, we can make it, so we can make it less difficult and direct. That way everybody's aware of it, that we're gonna make that, what we had agreed on in the last
So
meeting.
we're gonna pay the 132 and then in
April, that's
January,
right.
we'll pay 42,400.
As long as we figure out a way to.
And I'm trying to help them.
Whether it's
that's
right
why.
now, what's that?
And I'm just trying to help them and.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's what we're trying to do, just to help them out and not make it more difficult.
Like I say, we only budget 150,000, they're asking for 175.
Right.
And if we do it in the two payments.
Yeah.
Like I say, we have 132,585 in there right now,
Okay, so then the balance, you'll say that we'll get it from the next budget.
yes, next year.
Have they gotten the truck yet?
All right,
I'm not sure which.
See, that's the
Yeah,
same
they
thing-
did.
That's the same thing we did last year, Judge, with Bimbo.
yeah, they
We
did.
did one part, and then we owed like 1,500 and we paid it in the following year.
Okay.
I make
yeah,
a motion that we go ahead and take action on the request for the one
second it.
32. And then we'll do the balance in January.
Okay. Sounds good. Then I
Thank
have a
you.
motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So, and all opposed? None. So before we accept, so no, did we clear everything up? I think that way, while we have it on the record, while we have it on here,
Yes, you all just need to get with them like you all, and we
I'm
need
the
to
only
get-
one that deals with them
Yeah,
anyway.
just give me a PO.
I think we've done it in the past, no, I think we did it with the last, fire truck.
So you need a,
We did it with
The one
the
for
same thing.
Fremont, right?
okay, I'll wait. So I need a PO, okay, go ahead.
For, it's 132,585,
585.
and it's general ledger, account number, it'll be 12,543,412.00, which is Sandia Fire Department.
Okay.
Whoever we're supposed to pay for that. And like I say, once the year it starts and we start the new budget, Judge, just have them send another PO for the difference, and we'll take care of it for them.
You have the difference off the top of your?
It's 175 minus that.
Okay, 175 minus, so it'll add up to,
Around 42,000.
I know we had, it's on the record the last time we had the balance, I know 42 something. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, thank you very much for helping on that matter.
Yes, I
know
just
it's
want to
not-
make sure that we do spend the money this year and,
Yes,
and,
Thank you.
they get help,
yeah,
okay?
I didn't realize and understand that, I figured that technically we could, but no, we expended this time. Yeah, we'll actually have to give them 2 separate checks.
They'll be fine, yeah.
In January, they'll get the balance.
And if they want to, they can hold one, then they can hold the other one and give them at the same time.
Okay.
Do the 175.
All right, then they can put that in there. Thank you,
But
Noe,
it'll
appreciate
be
it.
done this year for this year's business.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, so we've already passed the agenda, and we're going to 17, correct? 17, discuss, consider, and take action to award contract for engineering project to assist Jim Wells County in its construction and project implementation of the Tecolote Trail located on 192 County Road 120, Alice,
That's
Texas.
197.
197, let's make that correction there, 197 County Road.
So I sent out bids. I sent out bids to 3 different engineers, and we only got one
Okay,
from Juan Pimental.
okay.
Michael, what's the name of his company? Does it show the name?
I'm not sure. Is it on the attachment?
Yes, it's Juan Pimental with,
Let me see here.
I want to say it's Integrity or something like that. Anyway, he's the one that submitted. We've had this grant for a while already, but we waited till we had Tamuk. Their engineering department was doing the engineering. And then recently I got some information from one of the students that a lot of the students had already graduated and they only had like a primary sketch. And we need to move on it because this grant is only through April of 2022. So we went ahead and just went out for bids. So Juan Pimental is the one that submitted.
Do we, and I don't have anything here on the, what was the amount for the bid?
It's like an RFQ, like he can't tell me yet how much
Okay.
he's gonna do the work. It's a small, it's a 1/3 track, but it has to be engineered according to the Texas Parks and Work.
And it had to be put out for request.
Yes.
Right.
Which-
Whatever his fees are going to be limited by what's allocated in the grant, right?
Yes.
Is there a set aside for engineering services?
Well, I sent him the whole thing from, but no, it's 68,000 and it's for everything, so.
So his has got to be put, okay. Well, in other words, so who gets to make that call as far as how much he can charge, or it's not limited by the grant itself?
No, it's not.
Okay.
We don't have their bid or what?
Like they have to, Michael, on there, what did he submit on there? What did he return? He's the only one that returned anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're just hiring him, but not for a specific amount. He's just the one that, I mean, whatever. It's not that it's an open, it's not that, that's why I'm asking Margie. I mean, if it's 68,000 is the total amount of the grant, then
Yeah, that's what I mean, you know.
Right, I mean, you want to keep it down because
I'm just
the
saying,
more you pay for engineering, the less you're gonna have to do the project.
Yeah, that's understood. So there's a certain amount set aside within that 68 for engineering services and everything. Okay,
see,
it sounds,
so
and then
you,
that's
you
negotiable.
wanna accept it blindfolded?
I wouldn't. What if it comes back later and says, asking the court for more money to finish it because of engineering cost?
Or
Being so
change
high.
orders, there could be change orders. There
Can
could
we
be-
table it and just wait for more information to come in?
Can you wait till the 13th?
What do you think, Michael?
Is there a deadline?
You know, I would feel comfortable. I mean, I know you don't have to, but I would feel more comfortable if he gave us a ballpark of what he thinks it's gonna, so, and that's good for you too, so you know how much you have left over to work with. What other professionals do we need to hire on this project? Other than the engineering? Is there gonna be any water or is it a paved walking trail, or what else are you gonna do?
We're gonna be using crushed granite, which my guys will make the trail.
So you guys are gonna do it in-house, okay?
Fence, my guys will put up the fence. The only other thing that we need to hire for is the lighting. We have to put some lights, because there are no lights out there.
Okay, so this is just gonna be specifically for the engineering project, which could be a
Do you
minimum.
wanna table it, Margie? It'd be,
Sina, it's better
We
that
can
way,
table
if
it
we
and I
table
can
it.
I
get
make a
council.
motion to table
I'll
so we
second it.
can
This
get
is
the right
an
amount.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor and a second to table the agenda item. This is a good project, needs to get
We'll
done.
try to bring it back on the 13th,
Yeah.
Margie.
Okay,
I
we'll
agree,
put
it's a
that,
good project, but we just need to
yeah, December 13th. That way we
cross
get,
all our Ts and dot our Is.
and I'm sure he'll understand. He's a professional, Mr. So I have a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye. to
All right.
table.
Aye.
Okay, agenda item tabled. That way we can get a better idea, and then he'll give us a 3,000, 4,000, whatever, for the engineering services.
Yeah.
That'd be great, that he helped, I know, get that project too, no? Was he,
The gentleman walked in, I wonder if he's gonna speak.
do we have a gentleman, anybody that has joined the meeting that would like to address Commissioner's Court during the public?
I was here for the 438.
Okay, it's already been approved. Yes, sir, it passed.
Yes,
It's
sir.
been approved.
Thank you very much.
We did everything we could, sir, to address the issue, and we're gonna continue getting everything.
And what is your name, sir? What was your?
Ruiz, I'm Ruiz McClellan's uncle. But that land belongs to my dad. It's bigger than 400 acres, and it ended right there.
Okay, well, we got it
been
addressed, and
approved.
we're gonna take care of that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great day, sir.
Bye-bye.
That was Michael's teacher.
That was my high school trig teacher.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Trig, wow.
Chicken.
I didn't get that far in math.
Can you bring him back in here? Ask him some questions.
Yeah. Technical stuff.
Treasury report.
Okay, agenda item number 18, discuss, consider, and take action on approving county treasurer's report and other monthly reports.
I'd like to make a motion to approve items presented, Judge.
Second.
Yeah, I have it here. I have a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. We got the treasurer on? Do we have him, Mr. Dominguez?
Yes, he's there.
He is on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir, for the report.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Number 19, discuss and consider and take action on approving county auditor's report.
Commissioners Court, the first report I'm gonna read out is a sales tax monthly report for the month ending October 31st, 2021. Jim County had a net payment for the current period of $214,318.40. At this time last year, we got $281,930.21, or a decrease of $67,611.81 for the month. For the year, we have collected $2,122,550.86. At this time last year, we had collected $2,397,204.96. As our projection for the collections, it's at 80.85. and it should be at 83, so we're pretty close to what we predicted, a little bit below. On the monthly report for October 2021, our general revenues on the general fund, our revenues are collected at 98%. The RMBs together have collected 95%. Overall, total expenditures through October have been collected at 97%, where our budget was 24,821,148.37, and we have collected actually 24,002,857.92. As to our expenditures, it should be no percentage higher than 83. If there is 83, you can get with us. We can look and see if there's any errors or where the problem might lie if you're higher than that. All the different departments are listed. General fund, as to expenditures, it is at 76%. Road and bridges at 74. Overall, all the total expenditures for the county are at 75%. It should be, like I said, percentage should be 83, so we have a positive variance of 8%. And I commend everybody for doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Noe.
Thank you, Noe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Noe.
I make a motion to approve item number 19 is presented, Judge.
I have a motion on the floor.
Second.
In a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Noe. Agenda item number 20, discuss and consider take action on payroll and bills submitted by county auditor with the exemption of Fund 5253.
I make a motion to approve
I'll second.
the exemption of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
I have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Anything else before I move to adjourn? No? Anything? Any announcements or anything? Y'all have a great rest of the week, good week, and we'll make some more announcements here in the upcoming couple of weeks regarding the American Rescue Plan and what Ms. Moran's working on and all. There's a lot going on and a lot more funds coming in. Apparently, hopefully, we can get it done for our road construction, our road and bridge, and everything else for the federal government. So I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Thank you.
I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting's adjourned. Yes, the infrastructure, yeah.